we at MMA Junkie, the award of awards, the one that matters, we chose Ilia Topuria in a staff vote. 12 people voted. It was 8-4, just so you guys know, in favor of Topuria. And here's what I'm going to hit you with here, George. Ilia Topuria's quality over Alex Pereira's quantity could not be ignored for Male Fighter of the Year.
Well, I was one of the 4, so I'm already on
This
that.
is why I chose you. This is why I chose you for this one.
And look, if there was an argument for Topuria, you are right. The quality that Topuria exhibited in 2024 was amazing. He took out 2 legends, 2 former champions who have racked up, I think, 8 title defenses between the 2 of them. And that is impressive, because we're going to argue here over things that, we're splitting atoms here. No one's really wrong. There's just more right or wrong in people's opinions. So I had nothing bad to say about Topuria's year. It was incredible what he did. But I saw one stat in when I was looking back to all this, and somebody had mentioned, I think it was on Junkie's Instagram, one of the comments, somebody had said that Volk and Max Holloway, they're like their last 7 fights, they just haven't been doing that well. And I'm just thinking Topuria may have caught them on the tail end, of their careers. They're still great champions. I get it. But what Pereira did was so special in less than 6 months, and 3 title defenses, 2 former champions, and look, I wasn't all clamoring to see Yuri again after he had just finished them in late 2023. I get that, but they're still proper title fights, and that cannot be ignored. So it's not an overreaction, Simon, but I still disagree. I think it should have been Pereira.
What is this notion that Max Holloway and Alex Volkanovski are washed or on the tail end? Max entered on a 3-fight winning streak, and he had just had what's probably going to be the knockout of the year against Justin Gaethje in a lightweight fight. And Volkanovski, yeah, he had the 2 losses to Islam, but outside of that, the tear that he was on, and he had another featherweight title defense against Yair. Where are we getting this from that somehow we're going to diminish Topuria's victories over those 2 guys who are really still in their primes? They're still in their primes right now. Why are we diminishing that? Why would anybody do that?
Well, again, we're splitting atoms, and so we got to find, and when you argue, you kind of want to exploit little things along the way. I'm not saying they're over the hill. I'm saying it could wind up that it looks like maybe he caught them on the tail end, but I cannot disregard their careers, their resumes. It's incredible. It's incredible what Topuria did. And look, I was happy to back you guys at Junkie because, I respect you all. And so as a collective group, we knock our heads and then come to an agreement. That's fine. But I did want to say I was one of the 4 because I just thought what Pereira did was amazing. Sometimes I think the 8 of you,
what Pereira did was amazing.
Pereira, as in hey, Volk, Holloway, don't talk to me, then the Heisman.
Here's the thing.
What Pereira did was special, man. This guy wasn't even training. He had broken toes. He was getting called upon to rescue these big events, and the dude pulled through 3 times.
I know. Believe me. Listen, we were on a live chat several weeks back, or a few weeks back, where we were talking about the pound for pound number 1, and I did say Alex Pereira is my pound for pound number 1 fighter in the world right now. But thinking about this in the box of fighter of the year, I ultimately chose Topuria on our vote for fighter of the year, and I just could not get over the fact that he didn't just beat Alex and Max in 1 year. He knocked them both out, and he did that to Max, and nobody had ever done that before. If he had won 2 decisions against those 2 guys, like if Topuria had just beat both Alex and Max by decision, and then I would have gone with Pereira would have been my vote. That's like, you talk about splitting atoms. That's the atoms. And in fact, even if he had gone 5 rounds with Max and say he won a barn burner and he beat him, I probably still am going to go with Pereira because those were 3 knockouts. But because there were 2 knockouts and they were definitive, that's the reason why I couldn't ignore Topuria. Just so you know, that's where I was coming from.
Fair. All right.
All right, man. Okay. Well, male fighter of the year.
Topuria had a great year. Pereira had a great year. So for me, it's digestible. I take the L like a man.
Nah, well, hey, it's not an L. I mean, we congratulate both men. We congratulate Topuria on winning the male fighter of the year from us. Congrats, but also congratulate Alex Pereira, an incredible year. and we'll see what 2025 holds for both of those guys. And so, yeah, congrats to both of them.
MMA Junkie AI.